Então, galera, grande dia, bora abrir essa live maravilhosa. E eu não vou falar nada, vamos só começar, ponto final, sem conversa. Falou, abrindo aqui imediatamente a live, porque é o que nós podemos fazer. Sem conversa. Hoje não vai ter câmera, porque acho que a gente não precisa de câmera. Então dá pra ser diferente. Dá pra fazer live sem câmera. Mentira, não dá não. Não sei se dá pra ser diferente, na verdade. Mas, como eu ia dizendo, a gente tá aqui nessa lindeza de Alan Wake, que é um jogo muito gostoso. Tô jogando pela segunda vez, né? Então tá sendo interessante pegar algumas coisas que eu não peguei na minha primeira gameplay, né? Esse aqui é a versão remaster. Primeiramente, sobre a versão remaster, joguei? Não joguei. Quer dizer, então eu joguei só a versão original. Não faço ideia de como que é essa versão remaster. Estou tendo essa versão, acesso a ela pela primeira vez. Não mudou porra nenhuma, só tem os comentários do diretor, que me deixou muito puto pelo fato dos comentários do diretor não estarem com legendas. Dito isso, vamos pro jogo. Vamos pro jogo. Chega aí.
Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Folhas de papel. Opa. Ha.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Claro.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Bora lá. E aí, galera, seja lá quem tiver chegado aí, diga logo um oi que eu tô querendo conversar. Foi pra isso que eu abri essa live. Nossa, botou soro aqui do lado desse safado. E me fala aí se você já jogou esse jogo, se curtiu. Eu tenho um interesse nisso.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Claro, agora cala a boca, filha da puta.
This way, Alan.
Nossa, esse cara tem uma cara de arrombado. E é o que ele deve ser, na realidade. Olha, não lembro de ser entre... Isso é camisa... Não é camisinha não, foi apenas impressão. Night Springs, the videogame. O selinho da Remedy ali, olha que coisa legal. Que massa, é uma coisa... Death Holly. Isso é uma coisa que não aparece, tá ligado? Se você não for esperto o suficiente. Night Springs. Pra quem não sabe, essa série Night Springs, ela é inspirada em The Twilight Princess. Alguma coisa assim, sabe? Ou no Brasil, Além da Imaginação. Então... saibam. Que isso? E dá pra entrar mesmo, cara. Eu tô explorando tudo porque eu sou Zé Explorador, tá? Zé Explorador. O jogo não me deixa passar aqui. Calma lá, gente. Nossa, mano, esse visual é... Nossa, eu acho muito lindo os locais visuais desse jogo. Com todo respeito, é muito lindo. Lindo pra caralho. Não tem nada.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand.
Mentiroso do caralho.
Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Ele é um grande mentiroso, mas mente com qualidade. Todo trancado, né? Porque você não quer que eu fuja, safado.
We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Vocês acreditam que tudo pode ser explicado pela lógica, galera? Já vi uma safada de uma garrafa de café ali em cima que eu vou pegar depois. Ou vocês acham que tem coisa que não dá pra ser explicado pela lógica? Pode comentar aí. E que textura é essa? Essa textura se move, é impressão minha, cara. Ah, sei lá, não sei se é ilusão de ótica. Bizarro. Mostra a vista. Eu sei que ela é linda. Vista linda.
Never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Nossa, cara, como eu queria...
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way, follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk. Hartman obviously loved his own voice. His words echoed madly inside my head. I dug my nails into the palms of my hands to stay focused.
You need to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Beleza. Para além da sombra com a qual você se contenta, há um milagre iluminado. Thomas Zane, em memória de um querido amigo e poeta. Caralho! Que massa! Essa placa aqui é fácil de perder, hein? A única citação do Thomas Zane que deve ter no jogo todo que não tava em Mirror's Peak, na Ilha do Pássaro. Era a Ilha do Pássaro? Eu não sei, cara. Mirror's Peak eu não lembro o que é, cara. Agora a gente vai subir, eu sei. Alan Wake. Deixa eu ver aqui só quantas coisas tem no manuscrito. parece ser tão grande quanto o outro não. Só que eu não lembro o tamanho desse capítulo.
Come along. Let's go inside. Now here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah. Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Ew.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video games. It's trash, of course, but it does involve some small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Ele trabalha com videogame. É um lixo, é claro. Porra, coitado. E essa senhora aqui? Me fala essa senhora, pô.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Ah, mentiroso de uma figa. Ah, aqui.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Sei.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The
Yeah.
Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant, Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words. My head head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Você tá me chamando de Tom.
We
No. Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula, local ingredients, medicine, clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Nice.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all, taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Eles sabem muito.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, god damn it.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
A Place of Power. Tá me lembrando muito Control.
Party there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Balder threw the amp through the window. Hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
I am tired, man. So tired.
Adoro bugar o jogo assim.
I want to go home.
Filho da puta. Vamos ralar daqui, velho. Boas-vindas à pousada Cauldron Lake. Estamos aqui para oferecer o tratamento especializado do que você precisa. No entanto, lembre-se. Peço que amigos e familiares marquem horário de visita para que não interfiram na sua terapia ou períodos de atividade. Respeite a privacidade e o espaço pessoal dos outros pacientes, principalmente quando estiverem engajados em seus processos criativos. Seja paciente. Normalmente nossos pacientes têm problemas criativos duradouros que não serão resolvidos da noite para o dia. Permita-se levar o tempo que precisar. Lembre-se que o seu tratamento é voluntário, elaborado especificamente para você. A terapia de engajamento e o método associado. O fluxo. Funcionam melhor quando você está ativamente engajado no processo da moldagem deles. Em caso de dúvida, não hesite em expressá-la. Safado. Engana trouxa, né? Mullet time!
The numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces.
Meu Deus, ele tá fazendo referência a Max Payne, galera.
From the characters to the toasters, talk all the time and express their feelings, so they won't shut up, and the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too, and I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me, and everyone should just shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed, and that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
É, o cara aqui tá super bem, cara.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Claro que eu não vou fazer isso agora. Vai acontecer uma coisa aqui e vai foder com tudo, não é? Que foi dia de eu vim, é verdade.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Eu?
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them.
Hartman
The
wanted me
images
to
just
write.
keep coming.
I knew I couldn't,
Dr. Hartman
but I
likes
figured I
them.
should just play
He has
along for
them in
now.
his
It was the
office.
only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
É, você tá me desenhando, tá ficando legal, cara.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Caramba.
The doors were locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them.
The Creator's Dilemma, o novo e envolvente livro escrito por Dr. Emil Hartman, autor do best-seller O Creative Flow, do best-seller Creative Flow, inclui suas técnicas revolucionárias, a terapia do engajamento e o fluxo, explicado em suas próprias palavras, já disponível nas melhores livrarias do país. Tá certo. The Wits Inside. Aqui não tem nada, então vamos ralar. Temos que chegar na fazenda dos Anderson hoje.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
É, o Alan se dando conta, né? É isso. Vou até ver quantos eu tenho, cara, que isso tá muito louco isso aqui. Cadê? Esse aqui não, é... Garrafas de café. 53. Porra, eu tô no capítulo 4. No iniciozinho. É muita coisa que peguei no outro capítulo, cara. Não tem condição.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Já entendi. Esse aqui é do Emerson. É dental de Emerson esse quarto. Esse aqui é do Lane. Tem um tal de Lane. Aquele ali é do Anderson. Ou dos irmãos Anderson. Esse aqui é do Desolé. Esse aqui é meu.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Ah,
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
deu uma mar...
Things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Deu uma martelada na cabeça da mulher. Eles fizeram isso pra eu fugir daqui. Já tomou uma martelada na cabeça, vê se pode. Uma dúvida, vamos lá. Essa página aqui pode estar perto. Vou entender se for como perto. Ah, essa aqui tem no modo de dificuldade pesadelo. Tem certas... Nossa. Ou essa aqui, por exemplo, eu não consegui porque eu sou incompetente. Essa aqui é só no modo pesadelo. Ó, aqui essa eu não consegui porque eu sou incompetente. Essa é do pesadelo. Essas aqui as que eu não consegui foi por causa do pesadelo. Porra, no 3 eu peguei todas então, exceto as que só tem no modo pesadelo. Que massa. Não sabia.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office room from Sinclair.
Come out and face the music, Birch! It's time to pay the piper!
Nossa, a mulher tomou
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled, adult, diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch.
A mulher tomou uma martelada na cabeça. Boa, galera, valeu.
We're on the road, man! You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Mortal knave!
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Hide, Birch. My wrath will break you.
He's probably kidding, Birch. He's got a great sense of humor. Just ask Sinclair.
Children of the Elder God, scorch the lamp on the dawn.
I wish I had my axe.
Oh, memory and God, Jack Black and Claw.
Os velhos são hardcore, hein? Tinha uma banda de heavy metal. O cara caçou uma onça, cara.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Filho da puta. Que arrombado, velho. Caralho. Essa parte do jogo eu nunca tinha pego. Essa ligação do Hartman com o sequestrador. Se aceitar cheque é foda.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because
say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Que arrombado, né, esse doutor.
Rudolph Lane's case is interesting. He was completely blocked, and frankly, I was about to discard him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Nossa, que filho da puta, cara.
Stop playing that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone. That means Wake is probably there too.
Agent Nightingale, this is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How'd your fragile little patients like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Ele me protegeu Nightingale.
How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one. Be advised that any further communications with me are to be made through my lawyer.
I don't believe this.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah.
Ele me protegeu do Nightingale, tá? Pelo menos isso. O Nightingale não me pegou. O Nightingale aparentemente acha que a gente foi parar aqui, filho da puta. I don't believe that. Nossa, são as pinturas do Sinclair. Cara, olha o que ele tá pintando, cara. Isso em muito pouco tempo. Olha a escuridão, tá ligado? Tá muito bom o que ele tá pintando.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for, to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Isso não fazia parte do plano de Hartman. Pois é. Esse mote, esse sequestrador. Mas ele já está morto, né? Acho que a escuridão lá já detonou ele. Vamos salvar o Barry, vai. Nossa, incrível como virou aquela câmera.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry, man, I'm glad to see you.
We
A
need
boca
to get
dele.
to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta...
Ele roubou da lanchonete pra punir a Rose por dopar a gente, tá ligado? Pô, o único crime da mulher é ser manipulada e ser fã demais da gente, né? Como você pode ver, é um totem do Alan, tá ligado? Com o livro que ele lançou, The Sudden Stop. É, aparentemente as garotas adolescentes, enfim, gostam muito dele, né? É um escritor de best-seller extremamente reconhecido. É, eu gosto do Alan Wake, né?
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Se fudeu.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning, even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Meu Deus, a escuridão, velho.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Caralho! Caralho! Porra! Caralho, calma, calma. Nem tudo vai voltar pro chão, é impressionante. Pera aí, destrói tudo logo, cara. Vou esperar até destruir tudo. Não vou ficar... Vou descer lá pra meu... Droga, gastei uma bala à toa. Aqui não falta mais um. Que isso, cara? Caralho. O que eu faço agora, cara? Ah!
Most of us are a shiver down your back, a glimpse from the corner of the eye. You can't find it on purpose.
Cadê a legenda? Legenda, porra! Não tá mostrando, cara. Tá mostrando a legenda, cara, porra. A versão pirata mostrar a legenda se não tá mostrando. Ah, vai se fuder. Aí, vem cá. Deixa eu botar aqui no 0.
Not tonight.
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place. You have no idea.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda. Relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone on the road. I think there's been an accident. Are you all right?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
Caralho.
Oh, please! God, no! Linda! Linda!
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda. Relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone in the road. I think there's been an accident.
Caralho.
Are you all right?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
And there you have it. A vicious cycle, brutally punctuated by the blast of an air horn and screaming metal. Many roads are dangerous, but none more so than the one that leads away from Night Springs.
Caralho, é muito legal essa série. E eu não entendi nada, cara, da legenda. Ou da falta dela, né?
Magic, parlor tricks, smoke and mirrors. But for some,
Vou passar outro?
magic is more than that. It's a way of working the secret machinery of reality itself. And more than one member of that eldritch brotherhood can be found in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, What's in a Name?
Nossa, são 2 seguidos.
We find an old man standing on an old, rusting, derelict bridge, leaning his bony frame against the cold steel. And though he looks idle, he is hard at work. His young apprentice attends to him, as good apprentices do.
Yes, yes. Coming along nicely. Don't you think, boy?
Yes, Magus.
Sir, we've been getting some complaints. Are you defacing the bridge?
Oh. No, I wouldn't do that.
Sir, I can see the screwdriver in your hand and the scratches on the steel beams. You've been spotted doing this all over town.
Yes, I have been very busy, but I'm no vandal, officer.
Exactly what are you up to, sir?
He's writing his name on the town.
The youngster is correct. I'm writing my name, my whole name, the entire and complete description of my soul on the town. I'm almost done.
Yeah? Well, all I see is an old man tagging public property.
Oh, I should bow down to the wisdom of your years? Words have power, young man. Names and titles especially.
Uh-huh. And, what's your name supposed to be?
Tell him, boy. Tell him while I finish the carving.
Officer, it's...
Say my name, boy. Say it.
It's Night Springs, officer.
But isn't that... That's the name of the town, isn't it?
Yes, it is from now on.
Wait, where'd he go? Hey, where is he?
Oh, officer. You know where he is, and what he is, don't you? I think you should get in your car and drive away, and remember which town you're serving.
Caralho.
Your will be done, Magus.
Ah, yes. There are too many little towns to count, all of them with some little magic of their own. But some towns have more personality than others, and none more so than Night Springs.
Vou aumentar aqui a...
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Uou! tô conseguindo sair daqui, cara. Cadê a lanterna, porra? Vou fazer o que, cara? Não sei o que fazer, filho da puta. Porra, cara, é só abrir essa porta. Ah! Eu sou muito burro, eu tinha esquecido esse detalhe. Caralho, que filha da puta, hein, jogo. Garrafa, claro que eu não vou deixar de pegar. Suspenso, Lauren Miller, 1989. Sair. Ah, Suspenso é uma obra de um artista plástico que provavelmente esteve por aqui. Olha, cara. That museum I'm from República Tcheca.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Ah, beleza, valeu.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Cara, é só me dar a lanterna pra me destruir. Oh. Cara, tá ficando cada vez mais forte, cara. Eu sei, cara, eu sei que não é difícil. Eu vou passar de boa também. Porque eu já passei, né, quando quando eu joguei a versão que não era remasterizado. Pelo menos respeitaram a obra da artista plástica, tá ligado? Essa parte foi respeitada. Deixa eu só ver uma coisa aqui. Falta muito ainda. Pior que esse capítulo realmente não é tão grande. Pelo número de páginas, vai demorar muito pra gente terminar o capítulo. Don't trust Emil. Não confie em Emil. Agora que você me diz isso, Thomas Zane. Era pra você ter me dito isso antes, né? Depois que eu tô aqui é foda. Eu realmente já sei, né, que eu não devo confiar em Thomas Zane, em Emil Hartman. Já descobri.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
É. Resolvido. Agora eu preciso de balas, né? Que se aparecer outro daqueles, eu me fodo, literalmente eu me fodo. Boa.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
É, entendi. Deu tudo errado. Era esse cara que encheu o saco, era só destruir ele. Eu tive a impressão que ele se regenerava, pô. A vida. Ó. Vacilei. Pra lá o caminho. Será que se eu pular daqui eu morro? Provavelmente. Quer dizer, ali embaixo não, mas como o jogo não vai me deixar passar dali, com certeza. Então vamos ralar, vai. Resolvido também. Easy.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Deixa eu fazer só um teste aqui, vamos lá. Opções, controles, associação de teclas. Não dá, não aceita. Não, ele não aceita. Só permite usar esses dois botões, cara. Peraí que eu vacilei aqui, gente, calma lá. Fiz merda, calma lá, galera, calma lá. Pronto, resolvido. Caralho! Gostaram do meu reflexo, ô bando de viado? Não deu nem pro cheiro, né? É, pois é. Que novo. Chegando lá.
Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Emil made Tom it. Emil mandou Tom fazer isso. Tom do it. Emil mandou Tom fazer isso. Então deve ser Thomas Zane, a gente. A gente que a gente, tô esquizofrênico. Thomas Zane, o escritor. Tom, imagino eu. Oh. Olha que bicho chato do caralho, hein, cara. Ah. Esqueci que eu tinha a bala. Acontece, cara. É, galera, um capítulo por dia, basicamente isso que a gente tá fazendo aqui nas nossas lives de Alan Wake.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
É. Só tem uma página aqui que parece que vai ser essa daí. Só no modo pesadelo, né? Eu não vou jogar, claramente. Eu nunca joguei no modo pesadelo. Eu tô rezerando o jogo e não tá sendo no modo pesadelo.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it, don't worry Please tell me where it is for the nearest. You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Caralho, fuderam com a mansão do Hartman, cara. Velho. Vamos pra mansão dos Anderson. No meio do mato, no meio da noite.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Caralho, velho. Ah, bom demais pra ser verdade, né? Ficar sem arma de novo. Caralho.
I lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
É, a escuridão não quer a gente morto, né? Ela quer a gente vivo.
Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Vai lá, Barry. Barry lá embaixo.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
No!
Now he's Rambo.
Porra. Vacilei, cara.
Oh, man, you're okay. Jeez, it's good to hear your voice. I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way.
Forget that. Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Hell! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Meu Deus. Ele tá muito animado, tá muito confiante, cara. Esse é o problema.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Faltou 9, mas na verdade faltou 8, né? Já que um não tem como eu pegar, um é impossível de eu pegar, basicamente. Caralho, Alan, você é muito sedentário, cara. Yeah, baby. Bom, tô fugindo, é isso que importa. Eu não tenho uma arma na mão, velho. Eu só quero uma arma.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed outrider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
É, o cara realmente quer pegar a gente de todo jeito, não importa como. Nightingale tá com sangue no olho, cara. Nightingale quer ver o circo pegar fogo. Vamos seguindo o caminho.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Estamos realmente desarmados nesse capítulo. Os caras tão só errando que nem os otários, tá ligado? Ninguém acerta porra nenhuma. É só pegar o time certo pra desviar que esses caras não conseguem fazer nada, tá ligado? Eu tô vindo aqui só pra explorar, galera, ok? Só pra ter 100% de certeza que não tem nada aqui pra trás. Tem um ponto de controle aqui no meio se eu precisasse. No pior tudo é que eu nem precisei, tá ligado? Nem foi necessário. Guarda. Aí, ó.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Eu espero que não seja o Barry. Eu espero que o Barry não esteja sendo burro de fazer isso sem pensar, tá ligado?
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Tem uma coisa aqui.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Caralho, é ele, velho.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Deixei uma pra trás, provavelmente.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before. Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Taking our file with darkness. Possuídos não sei o que de escuridão. Deve ser formados na escuridão, alguma coisa assim. Ah, ele caiu na luz ali de baixo. Mas eu não sei se ele caiu na luz, eu sei que ele simplesmente desapareceu. Eu tô andando por aqui que nem o lesado que eu tô querendo explorar tudo, tá, galera? Já alcancei um ponto de controle, filha da puta, hein? Eu retrocedi. Filha da puta esse ponto de controle, hein? Eu do nada atingi um ponto de controle aleatório lá que eu não tava nem um pouco interessado em atingir. Mas beleza. Beleza que eu atingi, né? Eu achei que tinha alguma coisa pra cá, por isso que eu voltei. Literalmente eu jurava que tinha visto alguma coisa aqui. GG. A pior é que quando o cara pega o jeito aqui não é difícil não, cara. Qualquer idiota pega o jeito nesse jogo. Exceto de Menor 11, que de Menor 11... Isso for, parece, cara, eu vi a série do DM. O de menor. O cara parece que se esforçou pra não entender o jogo. É incrível, cara. Nunca vi um cara nesse nível. Ele realmente parece que se esforçou muito pra não entender o jogo, cara. Se esforçou no nível extremo pra não entender o jogo, tá ligado?
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
É, tem alguma coisa errada. Por que não dá pra ver o motorista?
Hello? Anybody here? Barry?
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
Caralho, o cara se fudeu bonito aí, hein, cara. Mas felizmente não era o Barry. Nessa noite de escuridão. Não vou empurrar essa porra agora não, calma lá.
The front door was locked.
Tá trancado, então só pode ser lá em cima. Essa parte do jogo que eu não lembrava. Não sei o que vai acontecer a partir daqui, não faço ideia na verdade.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Meu Deus, o cara chamou minha história de lixo. parece que ele morreu. É, realmente desse cara que eu não lembrava. Mas eu lembro dele como... Eu lembro desse cara como...
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Caralho, a gente escreveu a nossa própria história aqui de terror, tá ligado? A gente tá vivendo ela. Moleque, vai se fuder. Puta que pariu, a gente é muito azarado. Pelo menos a gente não vai deixar a escuridão vencer. Depende, né? A gente nunca pode saber se o protagonista vai sobreviver ou não. Mas como eu já conheço a história, a gente sobrevive, obviamente. Esse era o Danny, então.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Olha aí, olha aí. Essa porta aqui tá trancada do outro lado. Ah, nem vi, cara. Passava por cima, quase dava uma de BM.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
São 4 páginas pra gente encerrar esse capítulo. Eu acho que já deixei alguma delas pra trás. Tenho certeza? Não. Não consegue entrar aqui. Escutando um barulho de mergulhador, tá ligado?
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Caralho, cara, não tem nada mesmo. Porque a gente tá muito perto da fazenda, eu acho, né? Cidade essa é a fazenda já tá aí, né, porra. Olha. Cara, eu tô com quantas? 62 garrafas de café encontradas, cara. É, mano, eu tô até aqui muito bem. Vou pensar que tem 100 no jogo todo, cara. 100 garrafas de café no jogo inteiro, moleque. Eu tô com 62 no quarto capítulo. Eu tô num bom nível até.
I could go it on foot, but I'd make better time in a car.
Eu sei, porra. Não tá entendendo? Eu só não tô querendo ir de carro. Caralho. Deve ser finalizado. Caralho. Nossa, eu tomei... Nossa, que sacanagem, cara.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
A parte mais chata desse jogo é esse aqui, cara. O cara morre, tem que ficar pegando tudo, que nem um idiota. Eu acho que essa é a parte mais chata do jogo, não é nem morrer, etc. É pegar tudo de novo.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Ei, eu conheço esse lugar, cara. A gente já teve aqui em outro capítulo, não foi? Sei lá, cara. É muito mapa às vezes.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning, at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
É, galera. Não tem nada pra cá realmente. Vou pegar esse carro aqui, vai. Pera aí. Ah, que é outro caminho. Entendi. Caramba, gente, é muita coisa aqui nesse jogo. O jogo faz questão de botar um negócio pra eu não poder passar, né? Clássico. Clássico se não fosse trágico. Ah, não acredito nisso, cara. Não, você tá de sacanagem. Não, 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 não. Ah, ufa. Menos mal, cara.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM. Hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Nossa, fiquei sem... Fiquei sem o negócio aqui de trás, cara. Resolvido fácil. Vamos continuar aqui, galera. Bom, vamos continuar seguindo por aqui. Caralho! Caralho! Que macabro, cara! Tá, isso aqui é realmente macabro. Caralho, cara, que macabro, tá ligado? Parece que eles estão tirando o corpo dos caras da terra pra jogar em cima da gente. É sacanagem também, né? Esses recursos é o Zane me ajudando, né? As coisas vão fazer sentido já já, Wake. Calma. Tenha calma, Alan Wake. Você vai entender porque tem tudo isso em todos esses lugares. Se o jogo me permitisse passar, eu adoraria passar, mas o jogo não vai me permitir passar. Que jogo arrombado, hein? Joguinho safado. Deu a opção até agora só pra me confinar aqui. Pelo menos tem uma garrafa de café pra compensar.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Não.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Nossa, é muito clichê, mas essa cena é muito boa, cara.
So glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Meu Deus, eu vou tomar.
We have to fight them all! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out!
Faz o favor, por favor.
Hey, Al, did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stacked! The stage lights on!
Caramba! É do século passado, mas tá funcionando, cara. Pera lá, né? Puta que pariu, que foda. É, meu amor. Tá peidando por quê? É. Quem mais está pra chegar? Vamos detonar todo mundo, cara. Uhul! Ao som de um heavy metal pica. É. Ah, sério, cara? Uhul! Tá peidando por quê, cara? É, música boa e tiroteio, é ótima forma de morrer. Aproveita, pô, a gente tá indo muito bem. Ai, filha da puta. Sim, foi você que fez isso. Uhul! Nossa, imagina os shows que os caras faziam aqui, cara. Caralho, filha da puta. Uhul! Detonamos, cara. Cara, isso foi muito foda.
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Deixa eu ver se aqui aconteceu alguma coisa.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
A quantas tem? Vamos dessa aqui, vai. Cara, a gente fez muito bem, vai se fuder, cara. A gente fez muito bem. E esse aí é rajado, dizendo oi pra live. Ele é um codorniz. Um animal extremamente bonitinho, extremamente carinhoso. E que a gente gosta muito aqui em casa. É inquilino novo. Como já tá amanhecendo, ele tá começando a cantar, né? Tem que cantar, né? Ele é macho, né? Um codorniz macho. Acho que ali tem uma... Não, tem... Não, tem sim. É um manuscrito. Não me lembrava que a gente ia pro lado de lá.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think writers were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one stuck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
É, o negócio tá feio, tá vendo? O cara fica mandando em todo mundo, cara. Puta que pariu, né? Vamos combinar. Nightingale é um filho da puta, extremamente chato. Mas vamos combinar que ele também tem motivo pra ser assim, né? Primeiro que o Wake escreveu. Segundo que ele, pô, ele tava pensando que ia morrer, né? Ele realmente morreu. Bora lá. Cara, o codorniz aqui, o rajado, eu só não tô estando tão alto porque ele fala muito alto. Eu tô com fone de ouvido na orelha, cara. Se eu não tivesse com essa porra, mano, ia tá alto pra caralho esse grito aqui. Eu não ia nem tá conseguindo dormir. Ainda mais acordado numa hora dessas, né?
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secure.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Puta que pariu, meu totem, cara.
We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Vamos dar uma explorada antes de tudo, né? Não tá chegando na casa dos Anderson. Eu achava que o capítulo terminava ali no show, né? Mas eu viajei. Não era lá não. Não era lá quando eu tava imaginando. Olha aqui, mais uma coisa que eu ia deixar passar se eu não tivesse prestado atenção.
As the deputies hauled Wake and Wheeler away, Agent Nightingale eagerly examined the stack of papers Wake had been carrying. It was incomplete, a collection of random pages, but there was enough. He saw his own name in there, among others. His hand shook with emotion. Finally, it was proof. He had been right all along.
É, cara. Tinha razão desde o princípio, né? Robert Nightingale, né? Que a gente vai matar. Coitado, a gente escreveu o nome do cara na história, que não tinha nada a ver com a situação. E aí tá aí, né? Nightingale simplesmente está prestes a morrer e virar o corpo da escuridão, né? Da presença obscura. É, rapaz. Ah, beleza, vamos subir logo lá. Pra resolver logo essa situação.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'm sulked all day long. I'm always
Sacanagem.
Serious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
It was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Ah, vai se fuder, Alan. O Barry é muito legal.
Wow. You look at that thing, Al. They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Com certeza os caras
Look at all
conseguiram.
this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves. So how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
É, realmente. Aí temos um grande problema. Ah, Night Springs.
Oh, Night Springs. Man, it's that memories. Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
A gente começou a carreira escrevendo esse programa.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What, you knew? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
Wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream. But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this. Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that? Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock.
Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Esse episódio aí foi louco. Por favor, cara, tem esposas e filhos, por favor, não acorda. Os caras realmente entraram de vez nessa baboseira de Vikings. Vamos ver aqui as estatísticas. 65 garrafas. Esse capítulo é pequeno, então tá beleza. Mas pode ser que não seja a última, né? A porra. Nós temos aqui uma página do manuscrito que eu vou pegar. E aí fica faltando só uma, literalmente só uma.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Toro runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Caralho. É. Bom, tem só mais uma página que eu já devo ter deixado passar, que não é possível que eu pegue todas de
The Viking
novo.
boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Quase como um ariete. Porra, mas o ariete não é parte do barco viking, cara. Eu não sou muito conhecedor, mas eu acho que o ariete ele faz parte do barco, né? O ariete, né? Old Gods of Asgard, a turnê Ragnarok, de 1935. Surpreenda-se com a ira e a fúria celestiais. 11 de abril, Seattle, WA. 13 de abril, Bakersfield, Canadá. 14 de abril, Long Beach, Canadá. Não, Califórnia. 17 de abril, Nova York, New York. 18 de abril, Newark, Nova Jersey. 22 de abril, Detroit, Michigan. 26 de abril, Jacksonville, Filadélfia. 27 de abril, Tampa, Filadélfia. 30 de abril, Nova Orleans, Los Angeles. Não, Nova Orleans, Louisiana. 1º de maio, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Caralho, os caras eram picas, hein? Vamos resolver logo essa situação, vai. Incrível como o cara já foi até sem mim, tá ligado? Cadê o Barry, cara? Barry?
I think we can make it through here, Al.
O que mais temos aqui, galera? Vai quase 3. Opa! Chato, cara. Porque assim, se tiver uma página, ou sei lá, qualquer outra coisa, eu quero pegar, né? Obviamente. Não sei se tem nada pra cá, pode não ter nada, posso estar gastando recurso à toa, né? Mas como eu tô jogando normal, eu jogo dar recurso à toa. Eu não vejo tanto motivo pra não pegar. Porra, não tem uma página aqui, velho. O pior que o caminho era pra cá mesmo. O caminho era realmente pra cá. A gente tá quase completando esse capítulo, velho. Graças a Deus, quase completar isso aqui é foda. Enfim, vamos ralar daqui. Vamos seguir a nossa jornada aqui. A casa dos irmãos Odin tá logo ali. Tudo bem que ainda tem um pedacinho de fazenda aqui pra gente andar. Incrível como o Barry simplesmente seguiu, ralou e deixou a gente pra lá.
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you'll find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Claro que eu vou procurar onde a gente sair daqui. Você é só um NPC, cara.
Be careful, Al!
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Fica de olhos abertos, ok? Oxente, eu saio daqui. Caralho, cara, é muito grande isso aqui, cara. Tive que subir vários lances de escadas pra chegar. E ainda tem mais escada, como se não bastasse.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too.
Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but...
Definitely, Pat.
Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
É, quem diria, galera. É, tá tocando aí só pra deixar mudo, né? Porra, eu só não quero ficar mudo o jogo. Não deixa... Não muta essa parte não, Twitch. Por favor, perdoa. Eu tenho que ficar falando em cima pra Twitch não me mutar. Mas eu sei que o YouTube vai cobrar direitos autorais nessa parte. Só porque eu tô falando meio que mesmo que seja por cima, né? Essa é clássica. Ou se não cobrar direitos autorais, vai cobrar restrição de idade. É clássico também. Enfim, vai ser uma zona. Mas faz parte, né? Faz parte da vida. Então vamos subindo, né? Vamos subindo. E vamos ralando. Vamos ralando, que esse jogo é lindo. Vamos lá, vamos lá. Olha o Silas.
I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Caralho. Oh. Eu devia ter tirado mais de perto, desperdicei tempo à toa, tá ligado? Eu literalmente desperdicei tempo à toa. Mas beleza, agora a gente tá literalmente terminando esse capítulo. Vamos dar uma exploradinha por aqui, né? Enquanto podemos, né? Senão a gente vai terminar o jogo rápido. E definitivamente não é o que eu estou objetivando, terminar o jogo mais rápido. Tendo que pegar literalmente todos os manuscritos, né? Acho que eu vou deixar passar um, provavelmente. Falta literalmente só um aqui. Falta um manuscrito, cara. Aqui é a Fazenda Valhalla. Provavelmente eu vou poder passar aqui com eles, né? Enfim. Eu sei que foi uma porradaria franca. A gente enfrentou uma colheitadeira, retroescavadeira. A gente enfrentou de tudo nesse jogo, né, cara? A gente é incrível até certo ponto. Quem diria, né? Não que isso vai importar muita coisa, né? Ainda mais agora que já passou, tá ligado? Mas eu acho que... Ih, não vai ter não, né? Só se tiver do outro lado lá. Acho que já era aí a nossa última página. Ou ela fica desse lado aqui, em algum lugar, ou a gente perdeu realmente. Eu tô achando que a gente perdeu. Não tenho certeza. Não tenho certeza de nada nessa vida. Peraí. Essa aqui é a chave do asilo, né? Bom, eu detonei uma colheitadeira, né?
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
I had to find a key to get Barry out.
Yeah, it's me. Hang on. I'll try to find a key to get the door open.
A cara, deixa pra trás.
Hey, what's the holdup? Come on, this place is all dusty. You know I got my allergies.
Calma, porra. Ah, vou ficar sem aquele dali, cara. Esse aqui eu acho que eu perdi. Não, peraí, não. Esse aqui, não é isso aqui, cara. Esse aqui é manuscrito. Acho que eu perdi esse aqui. Provavelmente eu perdi esse aqui. Opa. Acho que vai ficar dando, vai ficar faltando por incompetência pura. Meu pardalzinho aí que tá piando, deve estar dando pra escutar. Tá cantando também, eu tenho que botar alimento pra ele. Tá acordando, né? São 5h44 aqui, se você tá vendo depois. São 5h44 da manhã, dia 31 de julho, tá ligado? Então não preciso nem dizer, né, cara? É a hora dos passarinhos cantarem.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy.
Nossa, eu achei que a gente ia empurrar, ele só deu um pancadão.
We should feel right at home then.
Com certeza, ainda mais que a gente sendo maluco do jeito que a gente é, tá ligado? A forma como eles abrem é engraçada, cara. Não tem nenhum sentido, tá ligado? Ao invés de empurrar junto, é só um porradão. Parece até que era fácil. Mas eu entendo até que seja desse jeito, sei lá. Para a casa dos Anderson. Bom, estamos aqui, quase na casa dos Anderson. O Barry já entrou, né? O Barry falou, foda-se, vou entrar. Não me importa. Se você quer ficar aí no meio do mato, apanhando os possuídos, faça isso. Ah não, o Barry tá aqui. É que eu achei que o barulho ali de coisa mexendo fosse dele, mas não era. Aqui temos Cauldron Lake. Essa porra desse rio arrombado. Eu vi um barulho de Night Springs do nada. Não deve ter nada a ver, cara. Cara, esses irmãos Anderson levaram essa pira de viking longe demais, cara. Pra que construir um navio viking, tá ligado? Não tem sentido. Mas beleza, né? Se eles quiseram, eles têm money. Ou pelo menos tinham em algum momento do passado money suficiente para isso. Olha a motosserra. E assim o fizeram, né? Bom, eu deixei um pra trás por incompetência, né? Foda. E olha que eu tentei passar por todos os lugares, cara. Puta que pariu. Olha, uma garrafa. Achamos uma garrafa, ó, que eu não tinha achado antes. Ó, outra garrafa que eu não tinha achado. Foi aqui, manuscrito. Manuscrito não, estatísticas. E infelizmente só tô com 7 garrafas, né? Cadê? Totens de papelão. Jogos Night Springs. Tem jogos Night Springs, nunca tinha visto isso. Não, cara, calma. In the Valley of my shadow, old gods of Asgard. Que clima de suspense do caralho, hein, cara. Eu sei que o gerador deve ser lá em cima, cara.
Come on now, let's get the lights on, huh?
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Bom que você sabe disso, cara, porque eu não tô nem aí. Eu só gostaria de achar mais uma página, por isso estou vasculhando cada centímetro da casa. Mas como não tem aqui, não achei aqui, vou ter que subir. E se não tiver lá em cima é porque não, simplesmente não vou ter.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome.
Old Gods of Asgard, in the Valley of my shadow. Vale escrito Old Gods know the truth. Old Gods know the truth. Os velhos deuses... eles conhecem a verdade, né? Old Gods know the truth. Eles conhecem a verdade. Os irmãos Anderson, no caso, né? E eu acho que a banda não era só deles. Nós achamos a última página que faltava para completar o capítulo. Então a gente já está basicamente com o capítulo completado, pelo menos em número de páginas.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an outer-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Enfim, agora vai ficar faltando só o modo pesadelo. Isso aqui eu não me preocupo mais, só com garrafa. Preciso me preocupar agora com as garrafas, né, pô? Garrafa do... de café. Na verdade não tem mais nenhuma, né? Já peguei as duas que tinham aqui. Uhul! Agora a gente não tem mais que se preocupar com porra nenhuma, cara.
Of course, we need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Exatamente.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's her face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Caramba!
Must be.
Os caras mandaram bem, hein? É, essa aqui é a música deles, né? Autoral. The Old Gods of Asgard. Uhul! Me parece incrível. Vamos escutar isso aqui e terminar o capítulo. Olha a música aí. Vamos precisar do quê? Ah, eu tenho que falar por cima pra não tomar o flag, né? Encontrar a Mulher da Luz. Nossa, cara. É a Cynthia Weaver que a gente achava que era louco o jogo todo, né?
Okay. We need to
Vai se
find Cynthia
fuder.
Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry. This is... Yeah, what the hell?
É, ótima ideia. Ainda mais considerando que tem nada pra fazer.
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit. If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
É, a gente pegou no sono aí no meio da bebedeira, tá ligado? E o pôster do Alan ali. É, e assim termina o capítulo 4. Olha o trem passando aí. Caralho, não acabou o capítulo.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. Whatever power had brought me back to this night at the lake was also stopping me from leaving. I had no choice but to see it through, to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Essa parte a gente não lembra.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me. I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
Filho da puta. Nossa, que sacanagem, velho.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
Caralho.
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things.
Olha ela me enrolando aí.
I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Pois é. Nossa, ela me enrolou direitinho, né, cara?
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Filha da puta.
No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish. To interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. We'll know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Barbara Jäger.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
E assim ele perdeu totalmente a memória do que aconteceu.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.
Caralho, Nightingale. O cara não pode nem tirar um cochilo, cara. E aí já acorda com a arma na cara de um agente do FBI. Puta que pariu. Mas pelo menos a música de cada final de episódio é sempre uma obra de arte. Fim do episódio 4. A verdade. Enfim. Esse episódio, o final dele é uma obra de arte. Desde a música, aquela parte lá do rock and roll, baby. Nossa, foi muito legal. E aí o Nightingale chega no final e fala: você já era. Nossa, tô doido pra ver o Nightingale no Alan Wake 2. Vamos pular e vamos ver, inclusive, e vamos ver a reconstrução de tudo que a gente vê essa noite.
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the Dark Presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true.
My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.
Nightingale.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Walkery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light. Alone.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
Porra, aí é foda.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Oh, help, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
A gente se lascou.
Oh, I am never drinking again.
Nossa, a gente pegou uma ressaca fodida.
She's the one in the song, the lady of the light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Bom, eu vou sair aqui agora pra gente evitar que aconteça alguma coisa, mas eu vou voltar aqui só pra ver onde a gente... Ah, pronto, aqui é bom, é um bom ponto de retorno. Então, galera, obrigado pela presença de todos, eu vou agradecer todo mundo, de verdade. Vocês foram muito importantes aqui pra essa noite, tem sido bastante divertida. Então, valeu, galera, valeu demais. E esse episódio foi, acho que, aquele que a gente entendeu mais parte do jogo. Tem muita coisa aqui que eu não lembrava, tem coisa pra caramba que eu não lembrava. Acho que 80% desse episódio eu não lembrava. Eu lembrava da parte do rock, eu lembrava da fazenda, da bebedeira. E eu lembro um pouquinho mais desse episódio 5, provavelmente. Mas enfim, é isso. Obrigado, agradeço a todo mundo. Valeu, falou e até a próxima. Eu fui, e beijinho aí pra galera do YouTube.